as usual, eto po, nag-share muna ako ng link para naman po marami makapanood ng ating episode this afternoon. Especially our friends in Cebu, the Visayas, no? Dahil ito na po, i-share ko lang po siya. Mabilis lang po ito. Para naman po hindi na kayo nasanay sa akin. Ganito naman palagi ang story ng aking simula ng program all the time. And masyado na po akong sanay. Ito nakikipag-contest pa sa akin itong Facebook. Kakaloka lang. Alin na po, ayan na. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Kumusta po kayo mga ka-Pageantry? We are now in episode 3 of Pageantry Norms episode 4. Ay, may mga early birds po tayo. Warren Kaluba watching from Iloilo. Good afternoon. Andre Franz Bernardo Valois. Valois ba yun? Valois? Valois, parang French. Christian Natasha Salis, hello, thank you po for being our early birds this afternoon. Nakakatuwa po na iniisip ng mga tao is yung weekly episodes natin has to follow a certain theme. Parang when I started with the Binibinis last episode 1, so iniisip nila tuloy-tuloy. First 3 episodes puro binibinis po. Well, hindi naman po ganun. Medyo lalagyan po natin ng novelty each week. That's why this afternoon po, we will give the spotlight to the Queen City of the South. Ay, ang dami po po na kailangan ko i-shout out. Nakakaloka lang. Joey Habon, I boss. Gev Duff, yes, hi, good afternoon. Leo Verhel Salta de Terra. All from Atimonan, Quezon pa. Paige De. Sean de los Reyes. Yeah, ayan na po. Talagang laban na mga taga-Cebuana. Ang topic po natin actually this afternoon is about Binibining Cebu and why it is considered one of the leaders of the pack in terms of provincial competitions. Then, alam niyo po, in pageantry, the national pageants are not just alone in their pedestal na parang they're the pageants to look up to every year. But the provincial pageants have also leveled up very nicely. Ay, tinatanong na ako ni Joey, anong next pageant ko daw? Diyos ko nakakaloka, hindi ko pa iniisip yun. And Jess Juanisa Soriano, hello. Danushka, Christine Anne-Marie Perez. Hindi naman po, ano naman po ako, hindi naman po puro aces lang or KF. Binabalance naman po natin yun. Because I'm close to both Jonas and Tito Rochelle. Kaya, kailangan sa gitna lang po tayo. Larry, hi! Fresh as overload. Diyos ko, Lord, konti lang po yan. Sinasabi ko nga po, ang pageants po natin kasi sa mga provincial level ngayon, talagang umangat na talaga. And, well, of course, syempre, given na may budget sila and the creativity in staging productions that would equal the outputs of their national counterparts. Hindi na po nakakapagtaka. And I can say with certainty that Binibining Cebu is one of them because I was witness of the 2 pageants right from the start, from 2017 nang they started their inaugural edition. Kasi before po ng Binibining Cebu, meron silang Miss Cebu, tapos yung Sinulog Festival nila. But when Binibining Cebu started last 2017, it's like, oh wow, parang nagkaroon ng Binibining Pilipinas ang Cebu. Na talaga, ang dami-daming candidates. More than 50, 54. Basta marami po ang candidates talaga nila. And talagang all the beautiful Cebuanas naglabasan na sila from different parts of Cebu. It could be It could be the city proper itself. It could be the faraway provinces. Basta talaga pong they went out in full force, and it happened again the following year. Up to the third year, uh, nagkaroon lang po ng delays talaga during the third year. Pero thankfully, they were able to stage the third edition just before nagkaroon po tayo ng pandemic at lockdown. So this afternoon, our four guests are some of the most worthy products of Binibining Cebu. Um, I'm very sure you're familiar with most of them. Names, faces, and nakita niyo na po sila nag-perform in national pageantry. And so, without further ado, allow me to introduce them one by one. Ay, teka po, may shout out na naman po tayo. Hello, my dear Shane Tormes. I miss you. Ang ating pong Miss Philippines Fire. Yon. Don Welcome. Yes, hello. Now, let me introduce our guests one by one. The first one is she was actually Binibining Cebu Heritage 2018. And you will remember her as the phenomenal woman who represented Mandaue during Miss Universe Philippines 2018. 2020, I'm sorry, 2020, where she won the Best in National Costume, and she also made it to the top 15. This one, yes. Friends, please welcome the beautiful and bubbly Lou Dominic Pixon. Hello, Lou. Hi. Are you there, Lou? Hello? Lou,
Siri?
nawawala ka ba o nariyan ka?
I'm
Ay!
here, Tito!
Nakakaloka. Nakita ko naman ang background niya talaga na kulay green. Ano ba? Lou,
Unexpected
please,
ba?
please greet our viewers first. Pati yung mga fellow Cebuanos mo, pakibati na rin sila muna.
Yes, maayong hapon o good afternoon to everyone who is with us in this live broadcast. I am very happy to be doing a live broadcast after months and months of rest. And first of all, I would like to thank Tito Norman, of course, for inviting me here and the Philippine Pageantry for holding this broadcast. And I'm just very excited to be speaking with you guys again.
Ay, Diyos ko, maraming mga nagpa-shoutout na agad sa'yo dito. May mga I love you pa and everything. Na-miss ka nila, Lou. Na-miss ka nila.
Oh, I miss you guys too!
Oo. Alam niyo po, itong si Lou, before niyo siya nakilalang mabuti during Miss Universe Philippines, huli po kami nagkasama niyan sa Tacloban City when we judged the Miss Tacloban.
Yes, that was 2019.
Yeah, 2019 ba? Diyos ko, nandito na ang mga dates ko because of this
I know.
pandemic. Nakakaloka. Nagkasama po kami siya noon. And nakilala ko rin po ang mami niya, si Marie Krista, kasi ganda rin po ni Lou. And, oo naman, Diyos ko. And nakakatuwa lang. Si Lucas is the type of person na you don't really have to exert much effort to parang blend well with because nakangiti agad yan na para bang and nung pa lang yan talaga sinasabi ko na oh Lou, you need to go nationals na and everything. So when I finally found out that she will be a part of Miss Universe Philippines last year, nirepresent nga po niya Mandaue, masaya ako because nakita ko rin siya sa Manila kasi matagal na actually even before 2020 dapat talaga nag-ano na yan nag-nationals na. Kaya masaya ako ngayon. Pero Lou, how have you been spending the past couple of months? From the time na natapos ang Miss Universe Philippines, Lou?
After Miss Universe Philippines, I've been kept busy naman, Tito. I never lost my position at the job at the company that I was working for. I actually work as an account executive for internationally renowned furniture designer Kenneth Cobonfe. We've talked about this, Tito. And yes, I've kept my job even during the pandemic, which is I'm very thankful for Interior Crafts because yeah, they really gave me they really let me keep my position, and that's what actually helped me all throughout the time of Miss Universe Philippines as well. And then, yeah, after the pageant, I was just kept busy with work, and there's a few modeling and ambassador jobs at the side. So very busy, Tito. And I've just been thankful for the experience and for the name that Miss Universe Philippines have given me, because opportunities have been flowing in, and yun nga, even after the coronation, I'm still well known. I still get jobs here and there. So yeah, it's been a wonderful time even after the pageant.
Diyos ko, huwag ka mag-alala, Lou. Pag nabakunahan na tayong lahat, o pag may mga judging opportunities, mag-judge tayo uli.
Judge tayo
Nakakaloka,
ulit!
hindi. O,
Yeah!
hindi ba? Eh, natutuwa rin ako. You're working for Kenneth Cobonhue, who is
Yes.
also one of the key people behind Binibining Cebu, hindi ba? And hanggang ngayon,
Yes.
nasa akin po yung isang souvenir na item na ginawa ni Kenneth na binigay sa amin before. As kumbaga, it's just a small item actually for our living room na. Hindi ito sofa ha, just makakala mo sofa to or anything. It's just a display something na nung when I covered Binibining Cebu before, na binigay talaga sa akin.
Yes.
Natutuwa ako.
Yeah.
And so I'm very happy. And I remember, Lou, this week ba, when you were parang honored by the city of Mandaue for where you wore your national costume. Can you tell us about it, Lou?
Yes, I was called at the Mandawi City Hall for their 67th regular session because I was part of their agenda. They wanted to present me the plaque and their recognition for my top 16 and best in national costume, best in runway finish at Miss Universe Philippines. And they made it as a resolution, Tito, which is really amazing. It's mind blowing because I thought that I would just be receiving my incentive and just a normal plaque. You know what we always display in our shelves just to remind us where we've been. But no, this is much more than that. It's a resolution, which is forever in the archives of the city of Mandaue, which is I'm just very honored and thankful, and I'm just very happy that they're happy that I've represented their city well. And yun, Tito, it was just amazing. And of course, I went in my the bibingka vendor costume because that is the costume that I've won for the Best in Costume award. And with me was Sir Danny, of course, who was with me all throughout the agenda and all throughout the event. And of course, who designed my national costume. So yes.
Yes. Hindi, actually, the mere fact that you were asked to wear that Bibingka national costume to the session, it only means that something special was going to happen. So, paghusutin ka ba naman ng ganoon? Kung simple plaque appreciation lang yan, di sana nag-cocktail dress ka na lang and everything. Pero hindi, talagang
Yes.
suit mo talaga lahat. So, it's just something that you deserve na
So,
an
yeah,
honor.
definitely, Tito. The thing that I was expecting, nandun lang yung costume.
Nag-freeze si Lou. Pero kahit nag-freeze po siya, ang ganda-ganda pa rin niya. Nakakaloka. Oo. Hindi pa po nawawala ang pagka-freeze niya. Siguro po bigla na lang yung internet niya ay biglang nawala. Kaya, let us move on first bago po natin kusapin uli si Lou to our next guest. Teka muna, Lou.
Hello?
Ayan, bumalik
Tito,
siya. Diyos
I'm
ko,
so
Lord.
sorry.
It's okay. May
So
kasama
sorry
ka kasi
about
dyan.
that.
May boyfriend ka kasing kasama dyan. Nakakaloka.
Sana all my boyfriend.
Oo
No, it's
nga.
really the Wi-Fi connection. I'm sorry
Oo.
about that. Where was I? Ano ba yung sinasabi ko?
About you when you wore the national costume for your
Yeah.
appreciation mo.
Yeah, that time for the awarding of the plaque. I was expecting I'll just go in my cocktail dress like you said. You know how we
Yes.
usually appear and when we have courtesy calls for the mayors. Pero no, they really wanted to see it for themselves, and I was more than happy to do it for them. I was very proud of that costume. Mabuti na lang, Tino, it's very light. It's
Yes,
just made of
yes,
raw
indeed.
material.
Indeed. Actually, it's very creative because Danny, well, he created something for you na parang it's supposed to be like a lining, pero actually it's part of the costume na rin, na parang pintados na
Yes,
parang skin tight na outfit beneath, and then just imagine mo kung wala kang pintados na skin tight siya, tapos ang kati-kati niyan, Lord, Diyos ko
in
Lord.
fairness, yes, yeah. That was very
Oo,
wise. And then, para
oo,
na rin siyang connected to the costume, but really it's just tights and
yes.
leotards underneath.
Oo. Nakakatuwa kasi siyempre alam mo, winning that award, considering ang dami ng mga kalaban mo na nagpapabonggahan talaga sa national costume.
As in, Tito, there was a day that they scheduled a shoot, yung nakita nyo,
Oo.
yung mga, nandun kami lahat sa field. And
Yes.
when I
Oo.
went there, I was already in my costume, and the rest of the girls were still putting on their costumes because it was that grand. And I was like, oh my goodness. To be honest, I actually felt like I felt small, small with those girls around me with their costumes and very engrande costumes. But at the same time, I was just very proud kasi with all those bright colors, I was all nude and black. And I think that made it stand out in a way, you know? And yun nga, I was moving very freely and very confident lang because sabi ko nga, it was very lightweight. So thank you, Sir
Yeah,
Danny, for
oo.
that.
Kaya ano yun, kumbaga, well, it was fate that dictated na ikaw makakuha ng best in national costume probably because ano rin, the details of the costume really
Exactly.
convince the judges to
Yeah.
give you that award. Ang ganda ng detalye. Anyways, Lou, I'll just talk to our three other guests first before we move on to our group discussion. I'll be back with you in a while. In the
All right,
meantime,
Tito.
yeah, our second guest is the Binibining Cebu Charity of 2018. Ito po, um, every time rin po nagkikita kami, napaka-sweet po, napakalambing ng batang ito. So, it's not hard to parang fall for her charms, so to speak. And maganda rin pong backstory niya nung Miss Universe Philippines siya, where she was awarded Miss Photogenic naman. And she was part of Miss World Philippines prior. And hindi lang po natin alam kung ano pa mga susunod na mga plano niya in life. But, friends, please help me welcome Tracy Maureen Perez. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
So, hello. Hi, everyone.
Tracy, hello.
Hello,
Please
good afternoon.
Greet our viewers first, Tracy, and your fellow Cebuanos also.
So, hello, of course, Tito Norman. And sa tanan, mga Bisaya na nanaw karon, salamat kayo ninyo. Maayong hapon. And I hope na mo tanaw mo hangtod mahuman ang show. And again, Tito, thank you so much for inviting us to Cebuanos. And we're very happy to be here. After so long, we haven't had this kind of sessions for a long time. So it's just very refreshing to have something like this again. Thank you.
Yes, Tracy. Ang natutuwa ko, kasi kanina when I spoke to Lou, puro mga, ang daming mga shoutouts para kay Lou, biglang ngayon, Tracy naman. Oh, si Tracy, yan. Ay, naku na yung,
Hello,
hearing for
hi,
you again.
Joey.
Oo, nakakatuwa lang na um, kahit na may kanya-kanyang supporters kayo, still, um, iba talaga ang Cebuana, nakakaloka, no? Oh, ngayon po, itong si Tracy, every time nakikita kami niyan, parang, it's as if parang ang tagal-tagal na namin magkakilala lang. Napakalambing po ng batang yan. And sabi ko nga kanina, it's not hard to fall for her charms. Kaya nga po sa mga Cebuanas, kung nagkataon lang po na na straight ako, ay Diyos ko, sigurado ako Cebuana ang naging asawa ko. Kaya
Ay,
lang, kailang muna babanatin ko muna ang aking pinabotox na mukha dahil hindi po talaga mangyayari yun. Mga anak na po ang turing ko sa mga batang ito. Although kung naging mga boys po sila, baka sakali
ay.
po, hindi natin masasabi. Yeah. Tracy, how have you been? After
Ayun,
Miss Silver's
Tito.
Philippines and up to now? Oo.
Mm-mm. So, of course, pandemic, madami din namang mga nangyari sa buhay-buhay natin, but I'm just very grateful na despite how hard it has been for all of us, for me, for my family specifically, kahit pa paano, we're getting by. After the Miss Universe Philippines stint, I was able to to focus with my work again. I'm just very lucky that just the same with Lou, I was able to continue my work. Because I've been working online, freelance online for the past 3 years. So it hasn't been a huge adjustment for me, unlike some people who had to transition from working in the office into working at home. So I've been doing that for the past 3 years. So medyo sanay na ako for that setup. I'm just happy na yun nga, I got to keep my job. Although it has been difficult then. A lot of my coworkers have been asked to stop working muna because of the pandemic, because of the financial burden in the company. But yun nga, I'm just very very thankful na because of that I'm able to support our finances and just focus on that for now. I think I've said this naman din in one of my Miss Universe Philippines interviews na for me it has been one of my greatest lessons that I've learned na it's always good to have that kind of safety net, to have that kind of something, to have that something that would back you up in case of emergencies like this. So ayun, I hope people would learn from this also na it's always good to save up and always good to have a little bit of backup just in case anything happens.
Hindi nga ba, nakakaloka, hindi ka nawawalan ng trabaho, work from home ka talaga. Sabi nga nila sa mga work from home, you need to have very good blouses or tops all the time kasi kahit naka-pajama ka or naka-house shorts lang, carry na yon. Oo, kasi
Kaya hindi ako pwedeng tumayo ngayon, Tito.
kasi yan nga ano yan ang little perk. Small perk lang yan ng working from home. You don't really have to fully dress up. Importante maganda ang blouse, naka-makeup and everything. Di na bali kung naka-pajama ka lang dyan or what.
Pero dito, nakakamiss din yung parang yung the office setup na yung katabi mo yung mga workmates, sabay kayo kumain, milk tea. Wala na yung Tito, as in wala na talaga. So, nakakamiss lang yun din when you work from home.
Wala ka bang ibang namimiss, Tracy? Baka naman may iba ka namimiss.
Isipin ko muna, kinakalimutan
Ay,
Ay,
nakakaloka. Yun yung mga gusto kong mga sagot eh. Mga kalimutan na dapat kalimutan. Pero, tinan niyo po, di ba, hindi na kayo talaga magugulat why Tracy won this photogenic during Miss Universe Philippines. Hindi naman po yung mukhang yan. Ang ganda-ganda. Para sabi ko, pag nakikita ko siya, para ako nakatingin sa salamin, parang, ay, ang ganda-ganda naman talaga. Babae niyan. Pero, ano ba yung work mo from home, Tracy? It's parang, is it parang call center kind of work or what?
No, Tito. It's more of sa operations siya, marketing and sales. Pero the good thing about being freelance Tito, as for me, I can work multiple jobs at a time. Pero naman kung full-time yung offer sa'yo, of course, you have to focus on that. As for me, I was able to secure 2 jobs. Pero one is part-time and one is full-time. So, yun, hustle hard tayo because pandemic. But, yeah.
My God!
I work 2 jobs. So, yun nga, I have to continue saving up. Of course, as some of you might know, it's not naman din easy to be in the pageant industry. Of course, we have to take care of ourselves. And part of that is to also make sure that we're able to spend on quality items, quality clothes, makeup. Of course, kailangan din na may finances tayo to keep ourselves healthy and looking good.
Ay, iyan na nga ba sinasabi ko. Kaya madalas mag-online shopping ang Tracy na wala na naman po siya agad, blackout. Pero babalikan po natin si Tracy. In the meantime, let me introduce to you our third guest. Our third guest is the reigning Binibining Cebu. She actually won her title January of 2020. Just 2 months, barely 2 months before the country went into lockdown. And nakakatuwa, yung nga po sinasabi ko, na nairaos ng Binibining Cebu yung kanilang third edition with the crowning of this lady who represented San Fernando during the provincial competition. Friends, let's welcome Beatriz Luigi Gomez, or let's call her Luigi. Hi, Luigi. Hello. Hello, Luigi.
Hello?
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Luigi.
Hi, good
Hello.
afternoon po. Kumusta po
Please
kayo,
greet
Tito?
our viewers. Greet our viewers first and your fellow Cebuanos.
Hi sa mga fellow Subuanon. Ayong hapon kaninyong tanan and I hope you stay tuned in until the program ends. Kay daghan kayo mig mga chika para ninyo. And also to everyone watching, good afternoon po sa inyo. It's nice
Oo.
to be here. Thank you po, Tito.
Oo. Bea, natutuwa lang. Teka, nalito na ako. Totoo yung magandang Bea o Luigi. Kasi sanay ako ng Luigi. Pero Bea, Luigi.
You can call
Bubuin ko
me
lang
either
kaya.
po.
Oh, buuin na lang natin. Ako, haba naman. Diyos ko. Talagang 5 syllables.
Luigi is
Beatrice
fine po.
Luigi. Oo. Oo. Pag nag-introduce na ako ng bagong guest, ayun na, lumalabas yung mga, naman, shoutout naman for yung kinakausap ko. And yun na yun po si Luigi. Nakakatuwa, no? May kwento kasi ko during yung yung crowning mo as Binibining Cebu. Natutuwa. I was supposed to be there in Cebu that time. Oo, kasi nga actually we were invited na. Initially dapat coverage lang 'yon eh. And then nalaman na lang namin towards the end na parang baka maging judging na rin. Eh ako, sanay
Right.
na ako na kinukuha ko ng Binibining Cebu to judge the preliminaries before. Kaya lang, that was the same time naman, Luigi, when Taal volcano erupted here in
Yes,
Manila. Ay,
I
here,
remember po.
here in, in Tagaytay. And ang nangyari niyan, all flights were redirected to Clark. And ako naman, hindi ako pwedeng last minute na lang sasabihin, ay, pumunta ka na sa Clark Airport at sumakay ka na nitong flight na to. Eh my God, I live in Parañaque. It was just very stone's throw away from the mga naiya, from the Manila International Airports. Kaya sabi ko, hindi talaga, it's not meant to happen, hindi tayo makakahabol nun. Kaya sabi ko lang, pero I'm sure mananalo si Beatrice Luigi Gomez of San Fernando that time. Dahil talaga kumbaga, alam mo, nakakatuwa, ang dami-daming candidates ng Binibining Cebu, pero nasanay na ako na pag pinakita na yung mga candidates, Luigi, I can already sense, ito yung mananalo, ito yun eh. Yun, kaya when it was your time, ko, ito si Luigi, siya yung mananalo. Although, there was another girl na second runner-up nga, first runner-up, si Amina ba yun, na napaka when she did her Q&A na parang kakaaliw na bata yon talagang
Bubbly din po. Opo.
very bubbly. Pero ikaw ba, Luigi, when you won Binibining Cebu, honestly, were you half expecting na to get the crown on finals night, knowing pa that Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray was one of the judges, but she was there. Oo.
Ang gagaling po kasi ng mga kasama ko. So, at first, I thought that I won't be able to get the title. But of course, I fought hard and I trained a lot. So, talagang nag-aim ako na manalo. But during that night, I just wanted the night to end and skip everything and straight to the result na para kasi it was so nerve-wracking already. So, I sort of expected it honestly because I know how much I worked hard for it. And especially nung nakita ko na yung forecast niyo, Tito, parang ayoko nang mag-open ng social media accounts ko kasi ang
Ay,
dami nang nagsasabi na ayun
na-pressure ang
Opo,
bata.
honestly.
No,
Totoo
kasi,
po.
oo. Kasi nga, yung sinasabi ko sa'yo kanina, Luigi, the minute I see the entire lineup of candidates from Binibining Cebu, in a snap, it's easy to tell mas madali pa sa akin magsabi ng top 5 kesa magsabi ng sino bang top 15 o top 20. Mas tricky kasi ang top 20 or top 15 compared to sino ba yung top 5 mo dyan. It's easy to spot. So I can already tell kung sino yung mga gusto ko talaga. And kasi nga from the very first year Binibining Cebu started, all the familiar faces started coming out. Pati sa second edition. Now, sa third, sabi ko ang challenge ko nga nun sa Binibining Cebu is tinanong nga natin how you can manage to assemble another more than 50 girls for the third edition. Pero still, ayan pa rin. Naglabas, and marami pa rin mga familiar faces na lumabas. Kasi parang yung na-clue sa akin, Luigi, pag may familiar faces, i-shortlist ko na muna agad yan. Kasi parang mga ano na yan mga trained na talaga for ano. And Luigi, you're under Dexter Elasas during Binibining Cebu, hindi ba?
Yes po, opo.
Oo, kaya alaga ka ni Dexter during that time. Shout out po sa kanya, nakahack lang po ng kanyang FB account. Kaya nag-create po siya ng
Oo nga
bagong
po.
FB
Hi,
account.
Sir Dex.
Nakakaloka lang. Hindi, alam mo, a lot of people are wondering, but now, bakit ba, ang dami-dami kong kilala sa Cebu, bakit ba daw network ako with the handlers, the designers, sabi ko, it's part po of the territory talaga. I need to I need to know and be friends with all of them. And ito Luigi, ikaw ba, what have you been doing ever since well, syempre yung pandemic, pero how have you kept yourself busy?
Well, right after I won po Binibining Cebu last year, I was so excited and I really wanted to jumpstart my advocacy right away. So I wanted to launch sports programs because that was my advocacy during the pageant. Pero the pandemic happened and there were restrictions of physical contact. So launching the sports programs was impossible. Kaya I had to rethink my plans. And it took me a while to shift my focus from promoting sports to focus on humanitarian causes because I felt that it was more of a priority during the pandemic. And I really prayed hard to find my purpose because it was a while na nag-ECQ and we weren't able to do anything. And I was parang excited na talaga to do something during my reign. So, I prayed really hard and I realized na my passion was into service. So, I made sure that I didn't contract the virus para mas marami pa akong tao na matulungan. And that's when I decided to apply for the Philippine Marines Reserve course. And I'm very happy to share to everyone that I just had my graduation from the basic citizen military course yesterday, and I'm very excited.
Congratulations! Nakakaloka, magaling na siyang humawak ng baril ngayon. Talaga. Oo. Di ba
Yes.
part of the training is shooting, hindi ba?
Opo.
Shooting,
We really do everything po na training na ina-undergo ng regular soldiers po.
So magaling ka nang bumaril ngayon.
Hindi pa po masyado.
Nakakaloka. Meron shoutout tayo kay Arj Denzel Smith. Sabi nila, Luigi Gal Gadot of the Philippines ka daw. Nakakaloka. Wonder Woman. Tapos Parul Shab Dead Ringer din naman. Sabi ko, ang dami pong kamukha ni Luigi. And alam niyo po, kaya nga po siya isa sa mga top models of Cebu because para po, she's like a chameleon also. Ang bilis po mag-change the looks and everything. Depende po sa theme or concept ng isang shoot. Nag-iiba-iba. Kaya nga po, sought after siya one of the sought after models in Cebu also. Pero ang distinctly na naalala ko, Luigi, was yung time for Binibining Cebu, nagka-delay din yan Kumbaga, supposedly dapat 2019 yung finals nyo, pero na-move din ng 2020.
Opo.
Oo. Tapos at this point, para bang it's looking like you could be the longest reigning Binibining Cebu if ever.
I
O,
hope
di ba?
not.
Para, ay, nako, Diyos ko. Kasi kung susundan natin ang schedule ng Binibining Cebu every year, kung susundan natin yon, it should happen around the third quarter or for early part of the fourth quarter of every year. Usually. Pero during your time, biglang naging January siya. So if that happens, you might be the longest reigning Binibining Cebu.
I hope
Ay,
not. And
nako.
it's not that ayaw kong mama extend yung reign ko. It's just that, I know that there's a lot of girls who are really looking forward to join the pageant, and I want them to have the opportunity as well. So, and also I want the pandemic to end na.
Diyos ko, Luigi, imposible mag-virtual pageant na Binibining Cebu. Hindi pwede. Kailangan dyan physical pageant
Yes.
talaga. Kaya maghihintay ka pa. Oo, alam ko maraming mga Cebuanos na nakaabang dyan at somehow familiar na ako with some of them. So, maghihintay-hintay ka pa rin. And before we go into our group discussion, Luigi, let me just introduce our final guest this afternoon bago tayo magsimula sa ating group discussion. Luigi, I'll be back with you after I introduce our
See you
final guest.
later, Tito.
Yes. Our last guest this afternoon, she has the honor of being the very first Binibining Cebu last 2017. Prior to her winning that crown, matagal ko na rin po kilala ang babae dito. Dahil when she first did the national pageant, Binibining Pilipinas before, nakilala ko na siya talaga. And last year, she represented the province of Cebu in Miss Universe Philippines. And she was part of the top 15. So, alam niyo po, this lady, pag nakita niyo siya in person, kung ano nakikita niyo aura niya sa mga photos, i-multiply niyo po yun kapag na-meet niyo na siya in person. Iba ang dating talaga ng babaeng ito. Parang ano siya talaga, Diyos ang Diyos talaga siya in person especially. Friends, please help me welcome the very first Binibining Cebu, April Smith. April. How are you, April? April, please greet our viewers first.
Hi, mayong udto, mayong hapon kanatong tanan, and salamat nga nitan. And please, everyone was watching, and thank you so much, Norman, for inviting me.
Yes, of course. Siyempre. My God, Diyos ko, ito naman si April. Pag nagkikita niyan kami talaga, instant bonding agad pag nagkikita kami niya babaeng yan. Yung tama po yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. Kita niyo, ganda-ganda ni April. Sa mga photos, talagang Diyos ang Diyosa. Pero pag nakasama niyo po siya in person, ibang-iba pa lalo ang dating niya. Parang Diyosa times 2, times 3 pa siya. And yan po yung pagkumilos na, para ba akala mo meron siyang may charm na very, ano ba yun? Ayoko gamitin yung word na landi pero parang may landi na very, very sophisticated. Sabi ko, pag umiikot na po yan and everything, kasi ko nalululoka ako, parang ako yung gumagawa ng ikot. Nakakaloka. April, from the time na nag-finish ang Miss Universe Philippines, ano ang mga pinagkaabalahan mo? What have you been busy since then? Busy with since then?
Actually, after the Miss Universe Philippines, I really went back home here in Cebu, up in Manila during the pandemic, and I didn't even get the time to spend with my family and friends. So now I'm busy with my family, spending time with them, the birthdays of my brothers, and yun, medyo din ako with, of course, safety protocols themselves, and nagpapastress so, sa mga yun, nag-self-treat ko, and everything, bumabawi, kumbaga, dito.
Naluloka ako. Ang tawag ay may shout out yung isa nating viewer na TikTok queen ka daw. Wow,
No.
talaga palang TikToker. Nag-TikTok ka ba?
Yes, Tito Norman, mga ano lang, light lang.
Nakakaloka, no? Anyways, sabi nga ni Chris, the TikTokerist queen. Nay, nakakaloka. Anyways, April, how does it feel na up to now, kumbaga, forever mo ng achievement na ikaw ang pinakaunang-unang Binibining Cebu ever. It's an achievement na hindi na pwedeng mabawi. How are you taking that kind of recognition?
You know, Tito Norman, it's an honor and it's a pleasure for me to be the first ever Binibining Cebu. But at the back of the story is I was hesitating to join the first Binibining Cebu because it was the first. And, you know, like all of the candidates or all of the hunters should titingnan muna nila first yung pageant because it's the first, right? So parang me din, parang join kasi parang it's the first ever Binibining Cebu pa and it's gonna be a huge candidates. It's 54 candidates. So, at Mistisa, I'm not that white woman. Join muna. But then there are a lot of friends, my managers or Danny Book, Harry said, yeah, so encouraged me to join the first ever Binibining Cebu, and there I won. So I'm so thankful to them. And really my honor and my pleasure to be the first ever Binibining Cebu, and it's dream come true then. Na I have a crown here.
Pero alam mo, April, it was so difficult during your time because, well, aside from it being the very first, ang daming mga familiar faces talaga. Dahil yung sinasabi ko kanina, naglabasan ng lahat ng mga kilalang Cebuanas who are very familiar in pageantry. Tapos, to be one of the 54 and to actually win the title, parang hindi enough na nag-training ka lang eh. Kailangan may good luck din talaga, especially on finals night. And I was there. I was there during the finals night. Nilagay kami talaga ng organizers in a very good section of sa waterfront noon. Kaya nakita ko talaga noon, sabi ko, Diyos ko, si April po mananalo. And you won! Kaya sabi ko, oh my God, nakakaloka. To win over 53 other ladies. Biro mo, ang kalaban mo noon, si Samantha Lo, si Maria Gigante. Kumbaga, dalawa pa lang po yun. Pero ang dami pa niyang mga kalabang malalakas during that time. So, it is indeed an achievement na to actually be the first Binibining Cebu. Diyos ko, alam mo, gandang-ganda ako talaga sa skin tone mo, April. Naluloka ako. Tinan niyo po naman, balikat pa lang, braso pa lang, balikat pa lang. Sabi ko, oh Lord, Diyos ko, ang ganda. Pag nasa beach, every time po mag-post ito sa April ng kanyang mga beach poses, naluloka ako kasi may kaiingitan na naman po ako. Makikita ko na naman po ang pag nag-two-piece na yan sa beach, Diyos ko. Alam niyo naman po yan, pag nag-post po yan ng two-piece photo sa beach, Diyos ko. Hindi lang po yung kulay ng skin na makikita yung laga. Diyos ko po, nakatatalikod pa yun talaga sa camera. Kaya makikita nyo talaga pa, Diyos ko, my goodness, naluloka ako talaga pag ano. May nagtatanong sa'yo dito, April. May plans ka pa daw ba to join any other national pageant?
I'm still thinking about it, but if ever I'll join again, what do you think? Should I join?
Ay nako, pag-uusapan natin privately yan, April. Mahirap namang i-broadcast ko ano yung dapat salihan. Thank you for that question, Kier Ibanez. Pero makikita po natin for sure ulit sa April. Hindi lang po natin masabi agad today kung saan at kung kailan. Pero makikita niyo po siya. Diyos ko Lord, tingnan mo naman yung babae. Pag nakikita ko talaga yung si April, talagang Ano no? Ay, sabi niyo po, sino po yung kulay ng nail polish niya? Naiingit ako. Ang ganda-ganda ng kulay ng nail polish niya. Nakakaloka. Now, we will go to our group discussion na po. So, direct pagsama-samayin na po natin yung ating apat na guests together with yours truly. And we will start with the fun part of our program this afternoon. Diyos ko, nagmumukha naman akong parang ako ang pinaka fourth runner-up dito. Para akong fourth runner-up lang ang dating. Nakakaawa naman. Anyway, we'll start with our fun part. Ito po, viewers, before this episode, I already advised our four guests to come up with 3 facts about themselves. But the condition is, yung 3 facts na yon, 2 of them should not be true, isa lang po ang tama. Now, ang gagawin ko po is, I'll be the one to guess kung alin ang truth doon sa 3 fact na yon. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, please don't share facts na alam ko na. Masyado akong maraming nalalaman. Sabihin niyo po sa akin mga facts na medyo konti lang taga makakalan. Like for example, natisod ako sa harap ng Magellan's Cross nung bata ako, kaya may peklat ako sa tuhod ko hanggang ngayon. Yung mga ganun, mga very small info na nakakaloka. We'll start with you, Lou. Tingnan natin kung kilang ko na po ang girl crush ko. Nakakaloka. Girl crush. Ang weird pag sinasabi ko, para naman akong naloloka ko. Lou, sige. Tell me your 3 facts.
Alright, sige. Fact number 1, I got a scar on the knee while picking a flower off a fountain. Fact number 2, because of our very bad genetics, eye genes, I had very poor eyesight, so I started wearing contacts first year of college. Fact number 3, I had my very first pet in 2015.
Nakakaloka
You want me
naman
to
yung una
repeat
mo.
it?
Hindi, nakuha ko siya, Lou. Naloloka ako na una naman. Nagkaroon siya ng scar sa knee because of getting flowers sa fountain. Iniisip ko, ano bang bulaklak yung nasa fountain? Water lily ba yon? Or ano ba naman, anong water na sa fountain? Ini-eliminate ko na eh. Tapos, pero feeling, alam mo actually, yung poor eyesight, pasalamat ka nga, first year college ka. Ako nga, elementary lang, naka-glasses na eh. Kaya ako baga, mas purang eyesight ko. Tapos yung pangatlo, ano nga uli yung pangatlo mo? It's about, what's the third fact that you said?
I got my very first pet back in 2015.
Yeah. Alam mo, if I will use logic, I think ang truth dyan is about the eyesight. Feeling ko yung truth is about the eyesight. Feeling ko kasi yung nagka-peklat, kumuha ng bulaklak sa fountain, feeling ko drawing lang yun eh. Feeling ko ibang kwento, kung ba't siya nagkaroon ng peklat sa tuhod niya. And feeling ko naman yung sa pet, feeling ko bata pa lang siya, may pet na siya eh. Kaya hindi lang last 2015 yun, baka naman earlier pa. Okay? Now we'll check with Lou, ano ba? Tama ba? Feeling ko mali ako. Pero ano ba? Did I do well? Ay, parang hindi, nakakaloka pala to. Ano ba?
Sige.
Ano? What is it?
Sige.
Ano totoo doon?
Okay. Yung totoo is yung fountain. It's true. Back, let's say, I think that was 2011, 2010. I was playing with our neighbors and there's this fountain sa subdivision namin. Pauwi na kami. And then, I saw this flower. I went back. Christmas time yun, Tito. And there were lights sa fountain. I didn't see the wire. So, I tripped over. And I still got my scar here in my knee. Yung dalawang lies kasi, very poor eyesight. That's true. Pero, I got my contact lens, high school pa lang ako. I got my glasses, elementary din ako, Tito. This very early on pa, malabo na talaga yung mata ko. And because I joined pageant, my very first pageant in high school, na pilitan mag-contact lens kasi hindi na ako makakita ng stage. Tapos the third one, I had my very first pet, rabbit. Yeah, in 2005. Yeah, my
Pero
dog was in
sabi
2015.
mo yung bulaklak na yun sa fountain noong 2011. Ilang taon ka noon?
Like, yeah.
Hindi ka na bata noon. Nakikipaglaro ka pa. Ano ba yan? Ano ba? Matanda
No,
ka na
because we
rin.
were new in the neighborhood, Tito. Bago kami sa neighborhood, and I was just getting to know our neighbors. They were really nice. Tapos, Christmas na Christmas, so wala kaming kilala. So, of course, nakisala ako sa kanila. And,
Ano
yun nga, ang ganda ng...
kayo? Ano ba yan? Diyos ko,
I
nakakalok.
still have it now.
Ay, nako. Ano lang yan? Gagamitin ng concealer na lang yan. Nagkakalokang... So, ano yan, nagkamali tuloy ako sa paghula. Nakakaloka. Tracy, ikaw
Almost.
naman, Tracy. What are your 3 facts for me, Tracy? Nakamute ka, dear. Tracy, nakamute ka, hindi na marinig. Diyos ko, yung boses lang ng boyfriend mo naririnig ko. Nakamute ka. Ayan. Tingnan mo na. Magsalita ka nga. Tumagin mo yung pangalan ng boyfriend mo. Tingnan ko kung maririnig ko. Sige. Sige, tawagin mo yung boyfriend mo. Maririnig ko rin yan eventually. Alam mo, gawin mo, Tracy. Yan, hindi ka pala naka-headset. Parang ano mo yung headset mo or para marinig ka or something. Hindi ko narinig eh. Ang narinig ko lang yung pangalan ng boyfriend mo, tinawag mo kanina eh. Sabi mo, Derek. Ay, kay Ellen Adar na pala si Derek. Nakakaloka. Hindi kita naririnig, Tracy. Nanonoka ako sa'yo. Hindi ko lang tinatawag mo si Derek Ramsey kaya nagagalit si Ellen Adar na. Yung ano mo, yung ano ba to, Direk? Oo, ala ko marinig yung audio mo. Tracy, nanuloka ako. O pupunta na si Derek Ramsey dyan sa tabi mo, kasama si Ellen Adarna. Tapos pupunta kayo dun sa, ano nga ba yung parang castle na yan, ayan na. Ayan na, go! Go!
Hello, sorry guys.
Oh, what are you?
Okay, I'll make it up to you with my 3 facts naman.
Okay,
so
go.
The first one, Tito, is I have a very tiny tattoo in my upper butt cheek. The second one, I sleep with my eyes half open. Ganito. So the third one, mahirap no? The third one is I asked a stranger to pay the fare for me in the jeepney because I left my wallet.
Ay, parang mas leaning ako towards yung last one kasi feeling ko if worst comes to worst, hindi ka talaga mahihiya na gawin yun and you will be so malambing talaga. Sabi mo, Manong, I lost my money. Can you pay for my fare? Oo, kasi umabot na ako ng 1,000 sa fare ko. Can you pay for it, please? Feeling ko, yung una kasi is about the tat. I should have seen it by now. I should have seen that tat by now. Pero somehow, I don't know, makikita yan eh, kasi nakikita ko naman kayo ng live eh. At pag nakita ko naman yan, Kiber, iisipin ko lang, ano yon, may nunal siya dun sa likod or something sa puwet. Ay, nakakaloka. Oo. Yung pangalawa, ano nga ulit sinabi mo sa pangalawa mo? The second one?
I sleep with my eyes half open.
Ay, pakahirap naman nun. Ano ka ba? Di sana ang laki-laki na ng eye bags mo. Feeling ko it's the third. Sabihin mo naman, ay, mali ka. Mali. Oh, ano?
Mali ka, Tito Jar.
Alin doon ang tama?
No, actually, tama ka, Tito. The third one was the truth. Um, Oo. As in, super nahiya talaga ako. And nasa jeepney yon, Tito. Tapos, nahiya naman akong hindi magbayad kasi apat lang kami sa jeep. Tapos, paano ako hindi magbabayad? Tapos may conductor pa sa side, sa katabi ko. So, ayun. Buti na lang, may babae across me. Nanghingi talaga ako ng 7 pesos. Sinabi ko sa kanya, Ating, ate, naiwan ko talaga yung wallet ko. Pwedeng pahingi ng 7 pesos. Babayaran kita. Kinuha ko pa yung number niya, Tito.
Alam mo, Tracy, it's so you. Alam kung gagawin mo yung ganon. It's so you, the way I know you. Gagawin mo yun. Siguro kung kasama mo ako, hindi ka problema dahil in the first place, sa Grab tayo sasakay if ever. Kung kasama mo ako. Pero nag-jeep ka noon, kaya yon. Pero alam kong kaya mong gawin yon dahil it's your personality eh. Kumbaga, ano ba gagawin mo? Iiyak ka ba doon na, wala akong pera. Sino sa inyo may 7 pesos para pahiramin ako? Siyempre, you will approach na lang the one who you feel. Pinili mo na lang kung sino yung medyo mas ma-understand ka right away. And I'm sure hindi naman lalaki ang una mo pinagtanungan. Nakakaloka.
Tawa-tawa talaga silang lahat. Super nahiya ako, Tito. Tumawa silang lahat. Pinagtawa na nila ako.
Hindi, gusto nila magbigay ng shell out tig-piso. Ibigyan ka ng tig-piso talaga para mabuo yung 7 pesos. Nakakaloka ka talaga, Tracy Maureen Perez. Let's go to you, Luigi. What are your 3 facts for me?
Okay po, yung first fact is I'm a huge fan of lechon. And then second is, kasi I've been to many places all over the country. So the second fact is I traveled without adult supervision at age 15. And third one is I love swimming.
Diyos ko, para naman practically totoo lahat yan. Nakakaloka. Oo, para naman the way I size up your personality, Luigi, parang totoo naman yan. Like yung first ano nga yung first mo na sinabi, Luigi?
I'm a huge fan of lechon po.
Sino ba namang Cebuano hindi fan ng lechon? Pero feeling ko is you're saying the opposite there, na parang instead of being a huge fan, you try to avoid lechon talaga, kundi talagang mapapabayaan ng diet mo. So I'm removing that. Yung pangalawa, walang adult supervision. It's in your personality. Parang gagawin mo nga yung ganun eh. Na actually ako ginawa ko rin naman when I was mga 13 yata, na masyadong malakas ang loob ko to actually travel alone just because I love watching movies. Baka mong sabihin, ang dami ng digital ngayon. Oy, back then, walang mga digital movies. Talagang theaters na pinapanood. Nakakaloka, binibigay ko ba yung edad ko? At saka yung third na sinabi mo, Luigi, is
I love swimming.
Feeling ko takot ka sa tubig. Feeling ko yung pangalawa is so like you, yung walang adult supervision. Feeling ko yun ang totoo. Feeling ko yung lechon, you're saying the opposite. Although ako, mahilig ako sa lechon talaga sa Cebu. Hindi lang yung kay Mang Rico. Lahat yata ng lechon dyan na subukan ko. Oo. Plus yung love swimming, feeling ko nga medyo takot ka sa tubig eh. Kumbaga gano'n. Pero ano nga, correct if I'm wrong, Luigi.
Tama po kayo, Tito. Yung second po.
Oh,
yung
kasi
nag-travel ako.
ganun kasi, diba mo, siguro, ganun din ako. Kaya somehow, feel ko, masarap mag-travel mag-isa. Especially if you were like me who was born several decades ago. Talagang walang katakot-takot to travel alone because everything felt safe. So, masaya akong magbiyahe. Kaya, nung sinabi mo yung Luigi, sabi ko, feeling ko yung second yun. Kasi, it's something that I can identify with as well. O, Abril, ikaw na, Abril. Ano kayang fact is share? Sige. Anong facts mo, Abril?
Facts number 1 is I hate dogs because nakagat na ako. Second is, I'm into painting because my brother is a painter. And third one is, I don't know how to swim.
Nakakaloka naman, parang namang walang totoo dyan sa mga sinabi mo, Abril. Diyos ko. Number one, parang walang totoo sa mga sinabi mo eh. Like for example, sabi mo, I love painting because my brother is a painter. Oh, well, it doesn't follow all the time, no? Kumbaga parang feeling ko, okay lang, painter si brother, but okay lang, parang hindi naman talaga. Tapos, ano yung huli mo sinabi? Diyos ko, hindi ka paniwala yung huli. What's the last thing that you said, April?
I don't know how to swim.
My God, sa dami ng kuha mo sa beach, ano yan? Hindi ka lumulusong sa tubig? Nakakaloka yung mga, I don't know how to swim. Feeling ko yung first is... Pero alam mo, the mere fact that, ewan ko, para sa akin, it's either the first or the third. Pero I'm leaning towards, ang totoo is the first.
The first, which one is, I hate because nakagat na ako.
Oo, feeling ko...
Reveal na ba?
Oo, reveal na.
Okay, the truth is, I don't know how to swim, Tito Norman. I know, I've been many.
Same.
Nakakaloka yan!
Tito Norman, pero nagdadepend ako sa height ko. Kapag nandito na yung water, wala na. Like,
Totoo nga.
and I love the kahit na nakagat na ako. And I don't have a painter na brother. So, yeah.
Pero ang tanong ko lang is, wala bang nagtyaga na to teach you how to swim?
Meron naman, Tito Norman, pero like, natatakot pa rin ako sa water na baka malunod ako while teaching, parang gano'n. Pero I would love to. Parang kailangan kasi i-determine ko talaga na i-pursue ko talaga as an FA soon kapag okay na yung pandemic. So why not, diba? So kailangan talaga, it's a required, like number one.
Yes, totoo yan. So ito na nga, may mga viewers tayo nagtanong bigla. For Tracy, unsa to na jeep, Miss Tracy? Saan ba daw itong jeep na to na naano ka, nakakaloka? Oh.
Koan 04C. Basta 04C. Padaw.
Ito naman si Andre nagsabi. Oo. Sabi naman nung Andre, Ate April, athlete ka, siguradong marunong kang lumangoy. Diyos ko po, now you know, hindi po siya sanay lumangoy. Baka sa bathtub nga lang po matakot na to. Nakakaloka talaga.
Tito, grabe ka naman mag-analyze. Nauhuli mo yung truth and lies.
Tracy, ang profession ko talaga, akala niyo lang puro pageant ako. Pero I'm a trained clinical psychologist. Kumbaga parang background ko talaga psychology. So somehow, kung hindi ko makuha ang ganda ng isang babae, makikilala ko na lang siya ng mabuti. Ay nako, sige. So we're done with the fun part. Ito na po tayo sa serious part. The real topic of the afternoon, which is Binibining Cebu. So my question for all four of you is this. What makes Binibining Cebu stand out as a provincial pageant? Kumbaga, in your own words, let's start with Lou, Tracy, Luigi, and April last. What makes Binibining Cebu stand out as a provincial pageant? Let's start with you, Lou.
Speaking for it as a pageant here in Cebu only, it is a standout, Tito, because it represents all of the municipalities and cities here in Cebu, and it's very big in that way, in that sense, because it does cover the whole province of Cebu. And it's always a must, Cebuanas, what they bring in the national stage. It's not a must that we always have a representative, but we can't help it. We always send out girls in the national stage because why not? We are the best of our kind, and there's always something that we put on the table that we can use internationally. And I'm very proud to say that we have produced so many beautiful, intelligent, and resilient beauty queens in the past years. We have Christophany Hanson, we have Jamie Harrell, and so on and so forth. And it just makes me proud that they're all products of Cebu. And so far, with the 3 years that we have in Binibining Cebu, we have us, the four of us, we have represented Cebu well. And with Binibining Cebu in our names and in our backgrounds, it's just a joy that we bring that pride to the pageant and to the founders of the pageant, and of course to the entire province of Cebu. So yeah, it's in our disposition, I would say, that we're just head turners. We are full of grit and grace, especially when we are in the national stage na. So it's a waste if we don't exercise it there.
Ay, actually, dapat nga po, viewers, dapat po 5 sila ngayon because Steffi Rose Aberasturi was supposed to be part din. Kaya lang, Steffi, I think she's having her diving class.
Oh,
I think, ewan ko ba kung sa konsolasyon or, basta it's remote so hindi siya talaga makaka-connect and she sent her regrets na ano na lang, hindi nga siya makasama. But Tracy, ikaw naman, ano bang napaka-special sa mga Cebuana aside from being guwapa? Why? Why nag-stand out ng mga Cebuana?
Well, Tito, first of all, I was gonna say na Cebuana guapa jud. Because, well, I just wanna touch on that very briefly because, well, we always, like for me, I oftentimes hear that comment now, especially if nagpapakilala kami na, oh, I'm from Cebu, I'm Bisaya. And oftentimes we hear them say na, kaya pala maganda kasi Cebuana. So, thank you. So, aside from that, what really makes Cebuana stand out is, I think, it has been proven that Cebuanas are very well spoken. I think that's one of the biggest qualities, the biggest traits that we are very proud to share out there. That if you're a Cebuana, you can speak your mind freely, and yun nga, you're able to express yourself in a way that would truly represent you as a person and would also at the same time bring with you what it truly means to be a Cebuana, what Cebu can offer, and things like that. So I would say that is one of the best qualities then of a Cebuana Tito. Aside from being guapa, of course, and having the resilience and the grit, just like what Lou said.
Oh, at saka yung the ability to actually ask for money from your fellow passengers, di ba? Talaga namang, it really takes guts to do that, di ba? Tracy. Just call Luigi. How about
Yes,
you?
pa. I think
Okay.
what really makes Cebuana stand out. We are celebrating, by the way, our quincentennial commemoration, 500 years of Christianity, and I think what makes Cebuana stand out is that we descended from Harahumaymay, or also known as Queen Juana. So us Cebuanas by nature
Ay,
are
very
empowered
historical.
women.
Very historical. I like it. Continue, Luigi.
Yes. So
Continue.
kami po mga Cebuana dito are all empowered women, and we always speak our truth, and I think that's what makes us stand out po. And I think it's also important that we are represented in national pageants kasi nga po, Cebu is an island composed of more than 50 cities and municipalities, and each of these cities and municipalities celebrate different festivals, and they all have their own pride, such as their delicacies and tourist spots. So, being able to represent Cebu in the national pageant would be very helpful to promote Cebu and what we have to offer. Opo.
Alright. Okay. Ano nga kasi, yun nga yung sinasabi nila na para bang dapat talagang palaging may Cebu palagi sa isang national competition. But before I even touch on that, April, ikaw naman, share us your say on this matter.
Well, Tito Noe, I always believe that we Cebuanos are fighter in every aspect in life. Just raise and soar high because we always see the positiveness, even though the circumstance is showing the opposite. And to have a Cebu representative because to offer culture, tourism, commercial passion. So, makasulit ko nga Cebuana kay Guapa, malahi ra gyud. So, that's
Okay. So ito ang tatanong ko. Feel free to answer if you want to. Because of what the four of you just mentioned, it's like saying na ang taas na ng standards, not only by Cebuanos but also the girls themselves kayo, ang taas na ng standards nyo in terms of like, pag nakita nyo kung sino nag-represent sa Cebu in a particular competition, it's either you think, okay siya for that. Kumbaga parang, she can bring Cebu well. Pero pag minsan nakikita niyo parang, bakit siya ang representative ng Cebu? Parang, parang kulang, parang hindi siya yung level namin, parang ganoon. Although it sounds mayabang or superior, but of course, at the same time, mataas na ang standards ng mga Cebuanas regarding themselves and regarding sa kung sinong lalaban for them. Pero ikaw, anong pananaw mo about that, Lou and Tracy? Kay Lou, ikaw muna.
I think it's really depends on the sometimes kasi when a girl represents it herself in a pageant, whether local or national or regional, is it also depends on the people who is handling her and who's behind her back. Um, I think that we should not underestimate a girl. Kasi I've been that girl, Tito, and many times people would question why her, why is she the one representing this place or this ano. But at the end of the day, I still have that surprise. I still have that surprise factor. I would say so myself. Kasi I'm not a very loud person online, social media wise, because in a way I would like to surprise people. That's my way of proving myself. And at the end of the day, naman I do prove my worth and my talents and skills. But yung mga girls na we sometimes think why her, why is she representing Cebu? Let's just give her a chance because we all know the Cebuanas, like what we said prior, is they are all grit and grace. We just don't know what she has to offer pa. So let's just give her a chance. And I'm sure naman her team won't let her down and they'll always be there with her every step of the way.
Actually, tama po yung sinabi ni Lou because that was exactly what I was thinking of her back then nung hindi pa kami nagmi-meet. Yan. People are saying, ay, magaling yan si Lou Picson, magaling yan. Pero ako naman, sabi ko, hindi ko pa siya kilala because I reserve my judgment kasi if I still don't know the girl personally or hindi ko pa siya kilala talaga, parang hindi ako magsabi na, ay, oo, ang galing-galing nga niya. Kumbaga, she needs
Yeah.
to prove to me first. Okay, how about you,
Yeah, we
Tracy?
talked about that in sorry. We
Yes.
talked about that in Vista Cloban, Tito.
Yes, exactly. Ikaw naman, Tracy, what are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, as for me, Tito, I'd like to first acknowledge that it's a sad reality, talaga. I think that just like what Lou said, we always have to have that open mind and to always give the girl a chance. Kasi first of all, she's there. We are there because in the first place, we want to be there. We want to represent ourselves. We want to represent our family, our friends, our team, and of course, the municipality or the city that we come from. And we should always be allowed to have that chance to dream and to reach bigger dreams, even. So I would just like to encourage people to, if possible, erase that kind of mindset. Be as open as possible because we need that kind of open-mindedness. We need that kindness, especially nowadays. Kasi nga, it's so quick for us to judge people. It's so quick to us for us to say something about a person when we don't truly know them yet. So guys, just give us a chance, give all the ladies a chance, and I'm sure naman na hindi naman kayo ipapahiya. The mere fact of us ladies going that far and trying a very scary path. I mean, it's scary for us because we're not just bringing our names, we're bringing an a bigger platform with us. So, yun nga, just be kind, and you will never know what that girl can offer until you give her a chance.
Ay, kaloka talaga magsalita ang babaeng pasahero sa jeepney na nanghihingi ng 7 pesos. Naku, naka-attach sa iyo palagi yan. Luigi, your thoughts on the matter?
Well, Tracy has said everything na po. So I would just like to encourage na lang po, as a pageant fan and someone who joins pageants, I know how hard it is to participate in pageants. So these girls who join pageants, what they need most is your support and your kindness, as what Tracy said. Uh, Kasi for me, sa aming apat, ako lang naman po yung hindi nakasali pa ng national pageant. And when the three of them joined the pageant, all of them had different strengths. And ako talaga nag-cheer ako para sa kanila. And I also had other bets from other provinces. And I really think there's nothing wrong naman po with giving everyone a chance, as long as we support them. There's always a big possibility that they can do better po.
Ikaw na lang ang hihintayin ko, Luigi. Pag nag-national ka na, because your turn will come soon. Kaya hihintayin kita dito sa Manila for that. Okay. Pagdating dito kay April, iibahin ko bigla ang question. Nakakaloka. May nagtatanong kasi sa inyong tatlo, ikaw, kay Lou, tsaka kay Tracy. Pero ikaw una kong pasasagutin. Why did you decide though to join Miss Universe Philippines last year instead of signing up for Binibining Pilipinas? Question from Jo Marie Zapico. April, ikaw unang sumagot dyan.
Well, for me, I already experienced enjoying Binibining Pilipinas, and my target is for Miss Universe talaga. So when our team and queens asked us na saan kayo sasali, if magsisali Miss Universe sa Binibining Pilipinas. So yun, like it's hard to decide because there's a lot of chances to get a crown sa Binibining Pilipinas or titles. And so there's only one crown at the time na namin. So yun, like thinking deeply and asking advice sa mga family or sa aces and queens. So yun, and my target was really Miss Universe Philippines. I think I can spread more about advocacy and about anti-bullying, and I can inspire more and a lot of people, not just in my country but in the universe. So that's why it's Miss Universe Philippines. I choose Miss Universe.
Okay. Lou, how about you? Naka-mute ka, dear.
Sorry,
Ikaw,
Tito.
kakalok. Go!
So, why Miss Universe and why not Binibini? First of all, it really was Binibining Pilipinas. That was the goal. And then it just so happened that Miss Universe Philippines, naman talaga kasi yung target then. Ever since I joined pageants, all of my supporters and family have always been eyeing Miss Universe Philippines for me. Truth be told, I've never heard someone encouraged me to be Miss International or Miss Supranational. In fairness, it's always been Miss Universe. And na-timing lang na lumabas yung Miss Universe Philippines. And so I gave it a shot. I joined Miss Universe Philippines instead of Binibining Pilipinas. But, we never know. Now that I have had the chance to join Miss Universe Philippines and you have seen my performance, maybe you guys can give advice as to where I should join next. We never know.
Ay, nagpaparinig po siya. Nagpaparinig po siya. Huwag kang mag-alala, i-message kita about that, Lou.
Yes, Tito Norman, ikaw yung ano talaga, nag-encourage sa akin. You
Of
know
course!
na.
Kaya nga sabi ko, masaya ako na na nakita kita eh. Tracy, how about you?
Well, for me dito, I'm the person kasi who always considers then the opinion and recommendations of the people who truly believe in me. Because aside from me believing in myself, I really, I really am appreciative of the fact that there are people just like my team and my family who really know and believe that I can be a part of something that is super grand and something that would really push me to greater heights. So definitely it's Miss Universe kasi aside from the fact that it's new, it has been a new organization. Parang when you ask anyone kasi Tito, it's a given fact that Miss Universe is like the most well-known pageant and the most parang it's the biggest and the highest form of dream that any pageant girl can ever dream of. So I wanted to be part of that. I'm such a dreamer. I'm very ambitious. So why not aim for the top, aim for the highest platform? And that's why I chose Miss Universe Philippines po.
Ay naku, Tracy Maureen Perez, ngayon pala nagtatanim na ako ng seeds dahil you will get the crown. You will get a crown soon, Diyos ko. Para pag in-interview kita at in-invite kita, hindi ako mahirapan. Ay, nakakaloka. Luigi, ito tanong ko sa iyo. Bakit hanggang ngayon? Yung iba nga,
Pressure naman
ito nga, oo, ito nga iba dito, nagsali yan sa national pageant even before sila na Binibining Cebu. Ikaw, bakit hindi ka, never ka pa nag-try na national, Luigi?
Kasi po Tito, before Binibining Cebu, I had a long hiatus from joining pageants and doing modeling because I had a full-time job before. After I joined Binibining Cebu, dun ko pa lang po na-realize na kaya ko pa lang mag-pageant because I didn't know na I still have it in me. So parang Binibining Cebu was something na parang pinag-aaralan ko pa yung pageant ulit. And I try to develop the skills that I didn't have before. And now parang pag-iisipan ko po because I'm quite interested also to join the national pageants, but I'm not sure yet if I can do it really. So it depends po kung anong sabi ng mga nag-a-advise sa akin.
Nakakaloka to nga, pag-iisipan pa daw. Hindi na
Of
pinag-iisipan
course
niya.
you can. We all believe
Go-go
in you.
na agad yan. Nagkakaloka. Para ba namang Kita mo nga, hindi ka pa nag-national pageant. Nasa pageantry norms ka na. Nagkakaloka. O, hindi ba? O, kung ano pa
Thank you po.
naman. April. Okay, ito Tanong ko sa inyo apat to, pero April, ikaw ang unang sasagot nito before we give our parting words. April, how has Binibining Cebu changed your life?
Well, Binibining Cebu changed my life because I get more exposures and events. And I also get to help the other people who are in need. And Binibining Cebu gave us the opportunity to work for our advocacy. So it helped us a lot and it really developed me for who I am. And I get to inspire more little April Smith. And I'm so thankful with Binibining Cebu because it opened talaga, Tito Norman. It gave me more confidence.
I have to be thankful to Binibining Cebu as well because it's because of Binibining Cebu that I was able to meet personally and spend time as a fellow judge kay Sir Chief, kay Sir Richard Yap, na nakilala ko noon. Sabi ko, ang bait-bait pala niya, ang bait-bait niya in person and everything. So, nung kasama ko siya, parang, wala, hindi lang siya pa-star. Kumbaga, he's just a typical guy. Natuwa lang ako bigla. Nakakaloka. All right, Lou, ikaw naman. How has Binibining Cebu changed your life for the better?
For those who don't know, I joined Binibining Cebu twice. And The reason why it really pushed me to join the second time is because from my first attempt, I really discovered a lot about myself. Isa na doon yung pagiging to find that courage to speak my mind. When I have something to say, I had every opportunity to when I was in Binibining Cebu. And they gave me every opportunity to. So I'm very thankful for that growth. And so it pushed me to join a second time. And it I would say I blossomed even more as a person because I'm not afraid to put my ideas out there. I've become more comfortable in my own skin, and it just made me realize na life is just life goes on, and the only thing that makes life is how you take your outlook on what is your outlook on it, Tito. So Binibining Cebu had taught me that, and parang it just really helped me grow as a person. So I'm really thankful that I really gave Binibining Cebu a chance.
Kakalok. Ngayon, alam niyo na po kung bakit po girl crush yan si Lou. Pati po ang mami niya, si Mami Marie Chris. Mami crush ko rin po yun.
Mami crush.
Pag magkasama yung dalawang yan, nakakatuwa lang po kasi sila pag magkasama na. Oh,
She's watching now.
yes, hello Mami Marie Chris. Tracy, ikaw naman. How has Binibining Cebu changed your life?
Well, it's the same with me actually, Tito. Of course, with how big Binibining Cebu is, it definitely has opened so many opportunities for me, and it made me realize na I can dream even bigger dreams. Kasi I come from a humble family, from humble beginnings, and from an early age, parang we were taught na in order to be successful, we have to study hard. Well, that's true. We have to study and then we have to find a good career. Well, that is certainly true, Tito. But as for me, I'd like to think that aside from being a career woman, which is also one of my goals, definitely, and it's something that I'm always working on. But aside from being a career woman, I also want to be able to pursue a passion na parang I don't have to choose. We're in a time and age na we are certainly capable of doing both, our passion and our career. And even if it's harder for some people, especially for me, because I have to continue working in order for me to be able to save up and in order for me to sustain my needs, I'm still able to do that as long as I exert more effort than needed so that I can balance work and my passion po. So it's certainly possible for anyone, despite where you come from, even if you come from humble beginnings then just like me, you can certainly do that. You can certainly dream if you work hard enough.
Diyos ko, Tracy, may nagtatanong dito. Ayoko na itanong sa'yo dahil ikaw lang pwede makasagot niyan. Ate Tracy, sasali ka po ba? Hindi ko na itutuloy. Malalaman nyo na lang po. Ako una magbabalita. Pag sasali po siya, malalaman nyo na lang po. At abangan nyo na lang po ang mga susunod na kaganapan. Okay, Luigi, ito ang tanong ko sa'yo. Because you are the last Binibining Cebu who experienced a physical pageant. And at the same time, you are the first naman to experience a reign in the midst of a pandemic. Anong mga benefits na nadala sa'yo ng Binibining Cebu, and are there any frustrations so far because of the pandemic?
Joining Binibining Cebu po, first of all, I'd like to thank Binibining Cebu for having an open mind and accepting women from different walks of life. They have a very diverse selection of winners in the past years. In fact, it is evident from April as a woman of color and me as an open LGBTQ
Yes.
who joined the beauty pageant. I'm very grateful for that diversity that they have. And also, the pandemic did affect all of us, and I'm very grateful for Binibining Cebu kasi what I valued most is that Binibining Cebu granted me the opportunity to find my passion, which is service and humanitarian causes. And I'm very grateful po kasi they supported all of my projects. Even those po na I initiated myself, they've always been very supportive. And in a way, Binibining Cebu changed me uh, as I developed new skills and used these skills in helping others. So it's affected not only me, but also the people around me in a good way. So
Luigi, ito
that's it po.
quick ano lang to ha, quick question lang ito because it just popped inside my head. During the finals night of Binibining Cebu, your time, do you think that you openly saying that you're part of LGBT on finals night, do you think that clinched the victory in your favor? Do you think kasi feeling ko parang nung nag-final Q&A na, tapos bigla sinabi mo yun, sabi ko, wala na, sabi ko, panalo na to. Kasi parang there is this thing na you can feel na in the bag na to. Parang, and the way you said it, it's so, parang relaxed na parang, Keber, ganun talaga eh. Keber, I have a girlfriend. Parang walang drama. Parang just said it as a matter of fact. Do you think that clinched it for you?
Actually, I think the opposite po. I thought it would affect the results. But then, kaya nga po, I'm very grateful to the judges who were there and Binibining Cebu kasi they during the screening they already accepted me when they knew about my background and who I was with, and I didn't think about it as parang ace ko po na manalo. In fact, I thought na parang there's a 50-50 chance that it would greatly affect my score at that time. Pero yun nga po. I'm happy that it
Ay,
didn't.
Keber ko ba? Wala akong pakialam sa mga detalles na gano'n. Kung nakapunta ako ng Cebu nung time na yun, hindi na pumutok ang Taal Volcano. I could have campaigned you pa among all the judges na, ay nako, she is the politically correct winner. Dapat yan ang manalo. Period.
Thank you po.
Parang ganoon.
Thank you po.
Now, we come to the part of our episode where you will give your parting words and tell our viewers kung ano mga plans nyo na gagawin in the coming weeks or months or anything that you'd like to promote. I'd like you to do that now. April, we will start with you. Give us your parting words first. And kung ano man yung mga inaasahan ng tao sa iyo, inaabangan or anything that you'd like to promote. Let's start with you, April. Go.
Hello, Tito Norman. I would like to thank you for inviting us here. And I would want to shout out to all the Binibining Cebu organizers and hello, and to all the gentlemen, Sir Kenneth Pabonque, and so on. So there, soon, I'm conducting a little seminar in promoting advocacies, which is sports and anti-bullying. And when this pandemic is may vaccine na. So sana po supportahan niyo ako in promoting my advocacies and sharing this to other people, especially to the young women and who wants to join some pageant or in modeling. And I'll be conducting some workshops soon in provinces and yun. So, supportan niyo po. Thank you and see you soon. Abangan niyo po. And please do follow me for more updates.
Ay, naku, aabangan ko talaga ang pagbulusok muli ni Abril. Yes, how about you, Lou? Ikaw naman, Lou.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much, Tito Norman and the Philippine Pageantry for having me here this afternoon. Shout out to Binibining Cebu. Because of you, I am here with my fellow queens. And for all of the people who have been supporting me even after Miss Universe Philippines, thank you so much. Right now, I am focused on my work and a bunch of modeling and ambassador works on the side, especially specifically on supporting local brands. I know the pandemic has been very tough on all of us. Just think how it has been also very tough on our local entrepreneurs, our local brands, and I really do hope that you continue to support them with the likes of the creator of the Bibingka vendor, Mr. Vinancio. He is a Cebu local, so I do hope that you get the chance to see his works and do purchase them because they really do bring life to your household and especially sa mga plantita dyan. And in the future, I really do have plans on doing more community projects in the focus of my advocacy, which is mental health, which I'm still doing. Participating in talks and seminars, virtual talks and seminars online. So I really do hope that you continue to work on your mental health and do whatever it is that's best for you guys. And just stay safe and keep healthy.
Thank you, Lou. Let's go now to Luigi. Luigi, your parting words, please.
I'd like to thank Tito Norman and the Philippine Pageantry for having me here, and also Binibining Cebu for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much for your support po, and for all of our viewers, I hope that you continue to support our Cebuana beauty queens, and I hope also that you help me decide with what I have to do next with pageantry and everything else. So right now, I'm busy with my community services and humanitarian causes. In fact, I've already signed up for a cleanup drive and an outreach program in the next 2 weeks. And I'm also looking forward to start my Marine Reserve officers training soon with the Philippine Navy. And of course, I hope that if you are interested in helping out more people, please do reach out to me so I can connect you. And together we can help other people as well. So that's it. Thank you, Tito Norman, again.
Thank you, Luigi. And finally, Tracy.
Yes po. So, first of all, thank you, Tito Norman, for inviting all of us and for always supporting all the beauty queens out there, not just the Cebuanas, but everyone who dreams big and who dreams to represent our country in the international stage. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to Binibining Cebu. If not for you guys, if not for this beautiful organization, none of us would be here today po. So thank you so much. And to my Origin family, thank you for believing in me since day one. For my Aces and Queens family then, for always supporting all our endeavors and for being very patient with us, most especially with our trainings. And what I just like to invite people, since I am also very knowledgeable about the freelance work and the online working from home. If you guys want more opportunities or if you want to learn more about how this works, I am very much open to answering your questions. If there is a way for me to be able to help you and to for you to find more opportunities out there, because I know how hard it has been during this pandemic, and certainly this is one way in order for us to still continue sustaining our needs. So if you are not very much knowledgeable about that yet, you can ask me questions and I can direct you to organizations or to companies that are looking more um, for more employees at the moment. So aside from that, thank you for supporting us Cebuanas, for never failing to show your love and support, and please do continue to do so. And I look forward to seeing more of you soon. I
Ayan
don't
na!
know.
Diyos ko, Lord! Basta, abangan na lang nila if ever. Abangan na lang nila. Abangan na lang nila if ever.
No, I mean, Tita, there are so many opportunities out there. There are so many things that I still want to do in my life, and I want to explore everything. I mean, life is beautiful despite everything. So, as long as we're still young, keep on dreaming new dreams. There's no one path that we have to just pursue. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and we should be open for that. We should be ready for that. And stay healthy, stay safe.
Alright, Diyos ko po, hindi lang beauty queen, job opportunities pa. Baka naman kapag nanalo ka na talaga ng malaking national title, lumaki na ulo mo at hindi na kita makausap, kukurutin kita kapag ganoon.
No,
Ha?
grabe ka.
Nagkakaloka. Anyways, yan po. That is our episode for this afternoon's third episode for season 4 of Pageantry Norms. Kasama po natin ang 4 na nagaganda mga Cebuanas who represent some of the best queens produced by Binibining Cebu. And abangan niyo po sila. Abangan niyo po ang masusunod nilang gagawin. Masusurpresa na lang po kayo. Pero ayoko po nang magsalita. Tahimik lang po muna ang boses ko. Ayoko muna. Lalo po kay Luigi. Dahil siyempre, mas excited kami dahil first time, if ever. Eh. So, abangan niyo po yan. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Next week po, abangan niyo po. I'll be having my second part of the Binibinis back in action. So, I'll be guessing some more Binibinis for episode 4. At abangan niyo rin po episode 5 dahil that will be my all-male guest lineup for the season. Kaya, looking forward ako dun sa episode 5 na yon. Although, alam naman ako, I'm very conservative. I just want to talk to them and interview them and maybe see if they are super ready for the world of Mr. Parang ganoon. Anyway, maraming salamat po for joining us this afternoon. Abangan
Thank
niyo
you
po.
so much, Tito Norman.
Yeah,
Thank you.
let us give everyone the big flying kiss, ladies. Ladies, huwag muna kayo mag-exit ng studio. Mag-group photo tayo after mag-end ng broadcast. Huwag muna kayo lalabas. So maraming salamat for joining us. Tignan niyo po naman, ganda-ganda. Parang parang mga anak ko sila sa totoong buhay, kung tutuusin. Hindi po ba? Parang, ang ganda-ganda ng mga Cebuano. So, sabi nga ng direct natin, ang gagaling nilang kumuda. Sabi ko, ganyan talaga ako, mga Cebuano, pag kumuda. Oo. Tapos yung isa, sundalo pang sanay bumaril na nakakaloka. Parang punta ng Maynila, ang ganda ng backstory niya. The soldier, beauty queen. Gano'n. Thank you po for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Alam niyo po, nakakatakot mang isipin na baka may second wave na nangyayari na pandemic. Pero let's just keep on praying. Let's always maintain our health and safety protocols and let's pray also that everything will end soon and yung makabakuna po, Diyos ko Lord. Ako po, di naman po ako mapili ng brand, basta mabakunahan lang po ako, masaya na ako. Kaya, yun po. Thank you for joining us this afternoon and see you again next Sunday for Pageantry Norm Season 4, Episode 4. Bye-bye, everyone!
Thank you, Tito. Thank you, everyone.
Bye!
Bye!
Huwag muna kayo lalabas, dear, ha? Mag-group photo